Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, and obviously we are waking up in the morning again. Now that we beat Drowsy, we're going to experience something slightly different. We're not going to be given like a plot mission like how Chata was like, oh, you have to go and catch an outlaw, or you have to go and find Spoike's Pearl. Now we actually get to play with the bulletin boards and choose our own missions.
Wait a minute. Open play? Yes! Finally. I like this part of the game, when you get to choose what you want.
So you can do this for, there'll be two sections of it, pretty like right after this area before we get back into plot stuff. So for now, if you aren't that interested in revisiting dungeons, you might find these videos a bit bland, but me and PTM will spice things up, hopefully, with commentary.
And Croagunk. Oh yeah, after special missions, each member of the guild is going to have something special to say to you.
Yeah,
and Kangaskhan and Electivire and other people.
Yes, we saved Dazuro from Drowsy.
Yes, that's... we're famous now.
So yeah, oh, he's talking about the fact. So anyway, as you know, there are two bulletin boards. One bulletin board has regular jobs, and the other bulletin board has outlaws. And what you can do to make things more efficient is instead of picking like one job and then doing it, because I think to progress to the next plot point, you have to do so many jobs. I don't know how many you have.
You have to ascend different ranks. You get ranks based on the difficulty level of each job.
Well, I thought for maybe not for this one, but for the next time you get free play, I thought that there's like you had to do at least 2 jobs. But the point I was trying to make was what you can do is you can stack jobs. So if you take a bunch of jobs from the same dungeon, you can just do them all in one run. And
you can have up to 8 jobs in your queue at one point.
And jobs have ranks too, as they're mentioning. Like outlaws, E is the easiest one, and then the higher up they go, the harder. Same with the fetch missions.
I can name all the rankings.
Actually, to be honest, even though one of the missions was the fetch mission, most of the missions on the left board are actually rescue missions.
Yes. So fetch missions are really, really difficult later on in the game, especially when they ask for rare items.
So you can see the bulletin board, and what I typically like to do, and there are no outlaws, but what I like to typically do is just pick the one with the most jobs. Because it seems like the most productive thing to do. So.
Oh, the one dungeon with the most jobs.
Yeah. So right now, Drenched Bluff is the one with the most. So I'm going to go there.
I'm surprised there's no outlaws on the board.
Yeah, usually there are. I think it's random though. So after you select the jobs, you have to make sure to go to the job list and take the job. Otherwise, you won't be actually taking it. And do you want to explain Wonder Mail at all? Because they do have the code there.
Ooh, Wonder Mail. Huh. You know, I really... Oh! I think I understand. If I remember correctly, using the Nintendo Wi-Fi with friend codes, I believe you can send specific dungeon missions to your friends. I think that's what it is, because they're tied with a specific dungeon and a specific mission.
Because I know there's a menu on the... I never play with Wonder Mail, so personally I don't know anything about it, but I know, like, I think Pelipper's on the main menu or something. And
yeah, I have never used it personally either.
So we have no information about Wonder Mail.
Yeah. I think my assumption is pretty accurate, though, as far as with these missions, because if I don't see any other purpose for it.
Hello, Ursaring.
Ooh, Ursaring. Yes. I didn't really train Ursaring in my gold and silver cartridges at all. I don't think I could get him. I didn't know where to find him.
I should try a run with some Pokemon I've never used before, because typically, not that I use the same Pokemon, but there are a bunch of Pokemon I've never... Like, Ursaring obviously isn't one of the ones I've ever used in a file before. I tend to use, I always have a Psychic Pokemon, because Psychic's always fun. So I'm going to store some...
Like Hypno?
What? Hypno? No, I actually don't use Hypno. I use Girafarig on my latest, Golden or Heart Gold and Silver. That's what was my main Pokemon. For Black and White, I used the 3 monkeys, and then the Ice Cream Pokemon, which I don't remember the name.
Ice Cream Pokemon. Is it on 5th gen?
Yeah, it's 5th gen. There's no black and white.
I
Black
know
and white's 5th
nothing
gen.
about 5th gen.
Ice cream Pokemon, I used Archeops, and then...
Wait, Archeops, is that like Kabutops and Arcanine's love child?
No, it's a flying dinosaur. I named him Jesus.
Whoa.
Raptor Jesus.
Oh, man.
But, and then... What was the other one? I think it was the flying squirrel. Yeah, I think it was the flying squirrel, because I think I named him Rocky. After Rocky Bullwinkle.
I gotcha. We've only been to 4 areas? That's a crime.
No, only 3 areas, actually. Well, 4th area is the guild. But we've only been to Drenched Bluff, Mount Bristol, and then... Or Bristle, whatever you...
Mount England.
I don't know what... I can't... People understand what I'm trying to say.
You know bristles, like bristles on a
Yeah,
brush
yeah, but I
to
just
brush?
pronounce things. You know me, I pronounce the
You're a
Benyan
monkey.
Empire.
It's okay.
The Benyan Empire was the Bergeron Empire.
I remember that. That's funny.
So what I'll do is I'll look at a word pretty much, and I think I'll just pronounce things based on initial sight, and usually the beginning and the end. I ignore all the middle letters a lot of times. Not that it really explains Bergeron either, though, because I don't think half those letters are even in Benyan, but... So yeah, this is just a revisit to Drenched Bluff. Now, obviously, because it's a mystery dungeon, the layout will always be different. It will always switch, but the Pokemon are going to pretty much be the same. And since you've leveled up a little bit from the mountain, you will now probably be able to kill most of these enemies without too much trouble.
Yep. Pikachu is always a work in progress. And a great thing about this game in comparison to other dungeon crawling games, because every single dungeon layout is random, that means all the physical memory is wiped away. So you're never going to have the exact same dungeon every single time.
Which is cool. I mean, it keeps things fresh. I mean, you might say the dungeon format's a little, repetitive anyway, but having a different dungeon every time does help keep things fresh, as opposed to revisiting the same dungeon and going through the exact same layout.
The later dungeons are going to be so much fun.
Oh yeah, because even there's the upcoming dungeon that's really quite complex, and that's not even that far into the game. So the dungeons as you keep going get larger and bigger and harder and faster and stronger. And
You'll notice that if you look at the top screen on Mega's game, these dungeon rooms are only encompassing about half of that top screen. Later on, the dungeons we're going to approach in the next few chapters are going to encompass the entire screen. And then the dungeons much later in the game are actually going to zoom out and actually fill up. They're going to fill up more dungeon space, but zoom out. So the boxes are going to be a little smaller.
So yeah, lots and lots of tons of rooms.
Lots and lots of dungeons.
So since it is technically related, are you going to get Pokemon Conquest?
Yes, absolutely.
See, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It does look interesting.
I was surprised at the title, though. I kind of hope they'd keep the cross name. But...
Oh, and here we have a rescue, so when you have to rescue someone, you just walk up to them and talk to them, and then you can warp them out. And then you'll have
Can you kill them?
I don't think so. Because they'll use... I mean, I guess you could try to attack, but I don't think... Because they're friendly, I don't think it will do anything. But then you can either leave then, or keep exploring if you have more jobs to do.
Wait a minute. For some dungeons, there's at the ends of the dungeons where you would normally fight your boss battles. There's actually warp panels, and sometimes they'll have special gifts for you. So you may not always want to escape the dungeon at the very last.
I probably should have went to the end to see if there was something down there then.
Yeah, well, you're a monkey, so you don't think about it.
Oh, you know what? Stop that. And you probably heard that alarm going off.
What?
You didn't hear it?
Nope.
I'm sure it's gonna be caught in the mic though.
Oh, that alarm! You mean the alarm where Mega doesn't know anything because he's a monkey.
I don't think I want to be your partner anymore. I think we're going to break the ban up.
No, not Team Power Freak.
You couldn't even remember the name. You had to.
No, I said That means my brain was processing, but I couldn't remember.
And you insulted my brain power. I think we.
Hey, at least I could recall something in less than 5 seconds.
I can do that too. I have a pretty good memory. I know what I had for breakfast. Nothing.
I know what I had for breakfast.
Nothing.
No, I had cereal.
Oh.
I know what specific cereal I had. I had Honey Bunches of Oats. That's awesome cereal.
See, well, that's okay. I like. See, I don't eat my cereal with milk. I eat it dry, like So typically, I don't like stuff that doesn't have okay, Cheerios. It has to be Honey Nut Cheerios, otherwise it's really bland tasting.
Where did the frosted Cheerios go?
I don't know. Now you've mentioned it, I don't think maybe they're in stores, but then again, I don't go to the cereal aisle all that often, so maybe they do still have it around where I live at least. But
Ooh, Max Elixir. Good items to keep in your Kangaskhan storage.
I know I've been getting a lot of the Max Elixirs, surprisingly. And yep, and there's Machop to rescue. You can usually tell which Pokemon somewhat is rescuable because they you don't see Machops in this dungeon, I don't think. Though I could be wrong on that.
Ooh, something else to add too with these rescue missions. Later on in the game, I keep saying later on in the game, but it's true. Later on in the game, some of the Pokemon you actually rescue will want to join your party.
We'll be getting into that actually really, really soon.
Ooh.
That's happening. The next new dungeon, actually, I guess is the best way to say. Not next video, but the next new dungeon we go to, we will be able to do that.
Oh, cool. And I think that comes along with the percentage the percentage chance of enemy units actually wanting to join your party is based upon your adventurer rank, which is calculated using the points you earn from rescue missions and outlaw missions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually, I'm pretty sure the points is how the game determines if you can advance in the story as well.
See, I wasn't sure if it was you had to take a certain number of missions. All I know is, for this one, it's only one go through. But I did take a bunch of missions, and I've been doing pretty good overall, I think, in terms of scoring points and killing enemies. Because don't you get points for killing or fighting a monster or a monster's Pokemon?
You don't get adventurer points for that.
What do you get? You just adventure points for every time you complete a mission?
Every time you complete a mission, you get a certain amount of points. I forget I think E is 10, D is 20, C is 30, B is...
So I took 4 missions. I got, they'll mention the points there.
We'll see. 1,500. Oh, we only get 150. Dang it. I hate that so much.
At least the math's easy to figure out, though.
Gummies are good.
Yeah, basically you'll get some
15.
Variety of rewards. So you usually get the one that they mention on the little thing that you originally did, and sometimes they'll give you more stuff because I know they typically only say, oh yeah, the reward is 150, but then the Kabuto also gave me the gummy too, which wasn't originally I think listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Gummies.
More gummies.
I like that gummy.
It's a 15 Explorer rank.
For D ranked missions. So that must mean 30 for C then. Oh, you didn't rank up. Oh, well.
But see, that was enough to... I know, because now I can move on to the next chapter. Which actually, yeah, we're almost out of time here.
Alright.
So next time we will actually do something somewhat new, but there will be a lot more recapping too, unfortunately.
See you later.
Adios.